We live in a world that's slowly changing. Pollution, population explosion, environmental abuse. These are only some of the things we live with in our industrial age. Diseases and illnesses have become common in our times. Unfortunately, technology alone has not yet found solutions to these ailments. It lacked a critical partner: nature. Philip Cruz turned to nature in his search for a cure against the effects of gout and high cholesterol. A 10 outstanding young man awardee for contribution to marine aquaculture, his training in research directed him to the answer: a mushroom used for over 2,000 years in traditional Chinese medicine. Ganoderma lucidum, known in China as lingxi and in Japan as reishi, was used to strengthen the immune system, allowing the body to fight off disease and illness. Philip looked for this mushroom, and after searching around Asia, finally found it in 1995. Over the next 5 years, he researched on the cultivation of this mushroom in Negros Occidental. Finally, in 2001, he had a breakthrough. He succeeded in producing Ganoderma lucidum in commercial quantity, and with this, Herbanext was born. Herbanext worked with medical practitioners, research institutions, and state universities to validate its research and efficacy of its processing technology. From this collaboration, Herbanext produced the first range of products with Ganoderma lucidum and other herbal blends. These formulas were called the Gano Defense System. Ganomax and Ganomax 5, Glucagon, Flamagan, Hepagan, Ganogest.
Filipinos, like you and I, are influenced by Western culture and its fast lifestyle. As a scientist who grew up in a farm environment, I have always been intrigued by the fact that many natural cures for modern diseases can indeed be found in nature. After I began to research on the medicinal mushroom Ganoderma lucidum in 1995, I was convinced that nature indeed holds the cures for many ailments. This same research eventually led me to the world of medicinal herbs that are abundant in the Philippines. But despite this abundance and a rich folk healing tradition, the herbal industry in the Philippines is behind many of its neighbors. I learned that this is due to the lack of modern processing technology and lack of vertical integration from farming to marketing. This inspired us to put up Herbanext. We wanted to bridge the gap.
From this initial line of formulas, Herbanext has now become the Philippines' first truly integrated herbal company anchored on 3 pillars. It operates its own state-of-the-art laboratory. It manages its own research farm, which also produces its raw materials. It markets and distributes its products through its own chain of nutraceutical stores, including other major drugstores nationwide.
We started with pilot-scale extraction equipments in the late 90s, and now our laboratory uses state-of-the-art extraction and spray drying technology to produce standardized herbal extracts. It is the biggest processing facility dedicated to medicinal herbs in the country today. We at Herbanext are optimistic that in the future, the Philippines will have an export-oriented herbal industry producing science-based formulations using high-quality raw materials grown on Philippine soil and by Filipino farmers.
A grant from the Department of Science and Technology allowed Herbanext to equip its laboratory with the machines needed to optimize its manufacturing process. The Herbanext laboratory is the first facility in Western Visayas to receive a seal of good manufacturing practices and a halal certification. At the Quiet Place Farm in Bago City, Philip continues to study the adaptability of herbs to local conditions for large-scale cultivation. This 25-hectare agricultural estate houses a nursery of herbs collected from his extensive travels within the Philippines and in Asia. At this research farm, guidelines for planting and harvesting are formulated for a group of farmers selected to grow the herbs in large-scale quantities for Herbanext. This partnership assures the quality, source, and steady supply of raw materials. In 2007, the first Daily Apple store was established in Bacolod City to market and distribute Herbanext products to a wider number of people. This started the company's drive to be among the first Filipino nutraceutical and health food stores in the country. A chain of branches in Iloilo, Cebu, and Davao were opened. In 2010, Daily Apple broke ground in Metro Manila with the opening of its flagship store at Robinson's Galleria. The products are also carried by select drugstore chains with outlets throughout the country. The marriage of science and nature, a promise of health and wellness. Herbanext continues to explore this powerful union of science and nature to formulate new products. A range of herbal tea blends, a line of single herb capsules, and products supporting weight loss have also been introduced. Current research and development continue to yield more data on the healing power of plants. The laboratory is constantly upgrading its technical capabilities in transforming medicinal components into new products. And Daily Apple stores continue to widen its distribution network to deliver the promise of health and wellness within everybody's reach. Herbanext, harnessing the power of nature through scientific methods to make life healthier for everybody.